Who am I, and why am I pushing my tree videos so much? To start with, my name is Blair Glenn. I'm a practicing, working arborist. I've been in business for 39 years. I still climb. And I've been in an awful lot of trees. Well, like most of you in this group, I really do care about trees. I also care very much about what is happening in our industry. Every day I see work that is being done that is not only wrong for the trees, but the customers are being told that the work that is being done is okay for the trees, or that the trees will do better because of a harsh pruning. Sales pitches to sell tree work often involve comments like these. The tree is too tall. The tree is dangerous. Or, we can sculpt the tree to make it artistically rounded. Now, for the most part, the public wants to do what's right for their trees, and they want the trees to look attractive and balanced and safe. Our industry recognizes that topping is wrong. We all know that a flush cut leads to long-term problems. Stripping out or lion-tailing a tree also leads to future problems. The list of incorrect tree procedures that is being done consistently are perpetuating the ignorance as to what is right for the trees. So why do we prune a tree? How often should a tree be pruned? What percentage of the problems with the trees are directly related to past improper pruning operations? These are just a few of the questions that we need to be consistently educating our clients on. Now, there are a lot of really brave and really strong tree workers out there that may be very skillful in using a chainsaw. But there are a lot of these people that don't have a clue as to why they are doing the types of pruning they are instructed to do. The use of spurs for pruning a tree is still being done, even though the industry knows that it is wrong. Our main objective is to do as little harm to our trees as possible. So why are these companies still doing harm to our trees and teaching people the wrong procedures? Perception is generally the reason people get their trees done in the first place. Someone sees a neighbor's tree cut back hard and it seemingly recovers to be a smaller tree that is easier to maintain, like a mulberry. So it must be the right thing to do. Many companies make a lot of money because of the way they process the trees. First, they cut the tree too hard. It responds the next season with a flush of new growth, creating masses of water sprouts and groups of new tips that lead to witches' brooms of new end weight and growth. These companies often push the importance of deep root fertilization to keep your trees healthy. This often unnecessary fertilization promotes more growth than normal, and the trees are often attacked by insects that feed on all this new growth. Now, this insect attack means the tree needs to be sprayed. Finally, the tree grows in a manner that the client sees as being so full that they now realize that it needs to be pruned again the following year. And the process goes on and on and on. So, with all of these companies doing their best to promote more work, regardless of right or wrong, how can our industry keep up with promoting the correct procedures? We all need to be advocates for the trees because they can't speak up. Or do they? They show us all the damage that occurs when someone makes the mistakes. An educated tree person can see clearly when a tree is showing us all that is dying. We can see into the future by observations of what happened in the past. Cut the roots and the tree declines or maybe falls over. Make a flush cut and the tree gets rotten or becomes hollow and maybe falls apart. Strip out a tree and the new growth makes the branches very much tip heavy and causes more limb failures. Water sprouts don't make good limb formations. If we look closely at what has been done and why the trees are failing, we can all see that many of the problems are with trees that are impacted by people. There are people that have worked on them, people that have worked around them. Now, if you take a trip out to an old-growth forest where nobody has ever touched the trees, you will see that the trees really don't need our help at all. They do just fine without us. The problems come up when people move into a tree's space, or people plant too many trees or the wrong types of trees. This also comes back to education. Right tree, right place. We've all heard that. Tell that to the landscaper who makes his profits on planting a whole lot of trees. Education is the key, and we all need to be the educators.
Wow, we got a group of Canary Island
Now, I have
pines
chosen
here
YouTube as my medium of expression because I believe that most people have become too busy to bother to read.
every one of these trees
I believe that
has
our new
multiple
ways of
leaders.
communicating will
And I was
need to be
told by
short
Joe
bursts of
Gaff
video
here
that plays when a
how many years ago
person
was that?
clicks on it.
Possibly in there too, 'cause we
I
got
believe
two
the
really,
message
really
needs to be
tight
delivered quickly
trunks.
before the
That's
person
really,
just
really
clicks
interesting.
away.
But then you look over on the left here.
I
you see
freely
two
produce
Canary
what I
Island pines
can to
that-
help our industry
Well, maybe they were planted later.
because I want
weren't
our
used
industry
because
to
those
promote quality tree care.
are the prominent cherry thieves.
I use these videos when
They
I
will come
email
in
a client.
packs. And you know what?
If I have a finished
As
video that
beautiful as
relates
this
to the
cherry
subject
tree
that I'm
is,
talking about,
a pack of
I send it
crows
to the
will
client and they
just
click on the
clean
link
minutes.
and they get the
I've seen it
message.
happen. I've seen 15 to 20
It
crows
works for
fly
me.
into a cherry tree
And I
and just
welcome
wipe
others
it
to
out.
use my videos any way that may help your business or help your clients.
This thing is
I also
just
encourage you to
ready
try and
be
produce any type of
harvested right
educational
now.
tree information
These people
that will
find
help our
it.
industry. But most
You know, what
important,
you can see
I want to
here
see that our trees are given the
along all
respect
the branches of
and
these
dignity
tiny
that they
bumps.
deserve.
And there are actually two stages on this
It doesn't take any longer to make a cut correctly.
Now to contrast what I
It
just
does
showed you,
take a worker
here's
who
another
cares
close
enough
live
to do
of
it right.
Exactly the same kind of tree.
We need to
We've
teach
been
the
working
tree
on this tree
owners,
for over 30 years
the
to
tree
tell you
workers,
that
and the
we have
general
never
public
made
as to why these
excessive
procedures
cuts,
need to be
nor
done
are there
right.
any signs of decay in this entire
Now,
tree.
many trees are cut back to stubs every year for a reason. Like I said, mulberries and some pollarding and some processes, maybe something to hide a house. Now, I'm not happy with this, but I understand. Sometimes fast-growing trees are used as a hedge or to block a view. Once again, I understand. I also understand bonsai. That's a horrible process if you think about it. I'm not attacking any of these processes. I am, however, going after the companies and people who ruin beautiful specimen trees and profit from the ongoing lies and misconceptions about how to correctly manage their trees. Thank you.